Now I have to find us on this gigantic map.
I'll give you a hint. It's where the black isn't.
Yes.
On my screen, it looks all black.
Yeah, it's quite a large map. You have to zoom out and then scroll down. It's actually so large you can't zoom out all the way.
Oh god.
What is this? I go out for a smoke because no one's here, and when I'm back, everyone's here.
Well, in my defense, I don't know, I wasn't awake until 33 past the hour.
Well, we kind of guessed that. Although I was hoping that you were getting your morning coffee.
My afternoon coffee, sir.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm really surprised I showed up too. Because I was up until 4 a.m. working on this for you guys. You should feel special.
I always feel special.
My mama told me I'm special.
Anyways, is everybody level 2?
I believe so.
Unless I'm magically de-leveled. Yes.
Think so. Let me check my character sheet again.
I mean, I guess out of the 14 hours I spent yesterday working on the map, I could have looked at your character sheets.
No. I'm a terrible person. I haven't written anything down in personality traits or flaws.
Neither have I.
You're also a horrible person. I knew this already.
Well, thank you. I love you too, Max.
When I say horrible, I mean the opposite. But also horrible. No, I mean terrible.
I'm still going to the best possible hell.
Yep.
And I also feel really bad about this. I didn't get to write a handout to recap last week. So, who wants to recap? Not all at once. Whoa. Okay, Max.
Well, I did Jasper. I was tasked with the job of finding a missing merchant, and I hired these two wonderful people to help me with this thing. And for some reason, there was a weird hole in the ground and everything. Well, actually, we do know why there was that. But anyway, it was creepy, and there was an inn, and we went in. The inn. I'm so good at this. I'm just gonna read my notes. Yeah. Strange inn with a weird innkeeper who is 2,000 years old and apparently poof to ashes. Nope. Guests poof to ashes. There should be. All the doors turned into walls, as did the doors. Oh my god. How tired that was I. All the doors turned into walls, as did the doors. I mean windows. Roland and Surmar there. Upstairs baths are drawn, fireplace is closed but no smoke. Yay. Under the floorboards there's skeletons. I drank milk with knives. Made me high and sleepy. As I fell asleep, I woke up elsewhere. Giant rats. One bit me. Fermin saw my ankle, but it's so dark there's just black and white. Dead goblin. Secret door with dead people. They attack. Sometimes I wonder why are you even bother making notes?
I don't. I never change.
Cause max notes?
All the doors turned into walls, as did the doors. I'm too busy to make proper notes while I'm playing, so they turn into things like this.
It's fine. We have a copy of the session that exists on the YouTubes.
This is true.
So yeah,
Sorry, I was just gonna say, also 9 times out of 10, I can probably recite the entire session.
so yeah, your small group was searching the hills east of Neverwinter. Yes, because if you're west of Neverwinter, you're in the ocean. There might be hills there, but you have to hold your breath. Okay, so while searching the hills, let's say northeast of Neverwinter, you guys saw a falling star that led you to the ruins of a town called Oakhurst. There you found mostly rubble, the remnants of a long dead town. In the center of the town there was a gigantic hole that looked as though it was bottomless, and perched on the side of this hole was a creepy, well, it didn't look creepy from the outside, but you soon realize that the inn that you guys entered isn't actually an inn. More of a demonic construct.
It's a
Well,
tarp.
it's still an inn.
Yes.
It has
TARDIS.
all the things that make it an inn.
And after, I'll say, several panicked hours of trying to escape the inn, you guys deduced that the only way forward was to try to solve the mystery of this place. And taking the ledger book from the upstairs, you were able to glean some information that previous quote-unquote guests had written in there, and it all led you to the menu item of the milk with knives. Upon drinking this, you immediately start to hallucinate, and you all woke up in a subterranean cave with new memories. Well, half of your memories, half new memories. It's weird.
Yep.
So,
Very weird.
yeah. And you entered at the crumbled courtyard, almost fell into a trap, but didn't. A couple giant rats ambushed you guys, and then you moved into the tower shell, where you found 4 dead goblins. They looked like they had been dead for several weeks. Thorman, you actually found the passage to the secret room you're in now, and upon stepping inside, the 3 skeletal archers that were quite dead are suddenly animated, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay!
We start well.
That's
Why is mine not working?
Oh, you have to click your icon first, and then click roll the initiative.
Also, Why is Krissa here?
Because I changed my account profile picture to her. So
You were that proud of Krissa?
yeah.
I don't blame you.
Also, I just wanted to change it.
It says you attempted to use a roll command looking for value of selected token.
Yeah, you have your token selected, just click it once, and then press your initiative button.
Oh my god, even skeletons are faster than I am.
Silly question, where are the tokens?
Bottom right corner of the map. This giant, massive fucking map.
Yeah, the token is your character mini / portrait. You just have to have it selected and then you roll.
I keep clicking and nothing's happening.
Do you have your token selected? There you go.
I rolled it.
Oh.
Thanks.
Yeah. But you know how you select your token to like move it around the map? You have that selected and then you open up your sheet and press the initiative button.
Oh,
Also, the best thing to do is pop out your sheet into a separate window. So it's not in the way for the map.
Or you could be like me and run 4 browsers at the same time.
That's fine.
Okay, Thorman. You step
Yes.
into this chamber. And
Please
these
kill the skeleton that's right in front of me.
Yeah, the skeletons, they have this, like, multi-pointed star rune on their head, and it glows bright, and their eyes, like, burst with blue flame, and then the flame recedes, but the skeletons are quite animated and coming at you.
Yeah, one is standing within 5 feet of me.
Yeah.
So I am going to grab the backup handle of my cannon and smash the fucker with it. Two-handedly.
That's a hit.
And if these are the normal skeletons that I'm used to, it's probably dead.
I don't know what kind of skeletons are you were used to, but 8
The
hit
ones
points.
that are brittle take double damage from bludgeoning. Sorry, super meta, but
I don't think the 5e skeletons have that.
actually they do. 9 times out of 10 at least. Maybe it's a special skeleton, maybe it doesn't. I would not begrudge it.
I don't know, I'm definitely opening up the monster manual. I spent way too long on this yesterday.
Let's see, I'll race you with my laggy ass AoE.
I'd also raise you, but my book's on the floor. And I don't want to pick it.
And of course, it fucks up and the page doesn't load.
No, you are completely right. Damage, vulnerability, bludgeoning. This skeleton turns to dust.
Yay! Also,
For me.
I also have an explanation to why Furman would notice. He did say in last session that part of his background was that he fought against an army of undead that a necromancer had summoned.
Also, he's a paladin.
These two.
They know shit.
Selbus, your turn.
What to move?
Huh? Okay, you can move. I mean, you should have said that, but when you stop talking about what you're doing, I just assumed.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's
Just
not
gonna
good
step 5
enough.
feet. I'm just gonna step 5 feet anyway.
Okay, now it's Selbus' turn.
From the outside, I scream to them to get the hell out of there because I can read giant. And the sign says gaping portal. So you guys need to get out. And I tried to hit one of the skeletons. I don't know if I have enough range to hit one of them.
Yeah, but out from where?
From the door.
Okay. Oh, when I said the door, I didn't mean this door, I meant the tavern door.
Yeah.
That would be my bad.
I remember this, because this was an addendum at the end of the session.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So while you're correct in a sense, it is the wrong door.
So I can shoot it from where I'm standing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot it with a short bow.
That definitely is.
Is it dead?
Not quite. It's technically bloodied, but it doesn't have any blood.
It's goobied.
Bloodied
Oh,
is what
there.
you say when something is less than half health.
It's cracked.
Oh no.
One for the gnomes, yay.
And would you like to move?
Now I'm staying out here. I want them, both of them, to get out of there.
Yay! The skeletons are scaling.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
There's a couple short sword slashes coming in at Thorman.
Mm-hmm. A miss and a miss.
Nice. Jasper.
Yes, I'm going to step here. And then I'm just going to... I think I'm just gonna try and break the skeleton.
That is enough.
Woohoo!
The skeleton in between you and Thorman shatters. Or splinters, I should say. No, wait, it's a
And-
spear. I'm not... Shatter, yeah, shatter.
And since I haven't done it before, I'm just going to inspire Thormin just in case he rolls terribly by yelling at him without words. Panicky. This is gross sounds. I'm inspiring you by screaming. This is gross.
You're inspiring me by being a damsel in distress.
Pretty much. A damsel with a spear that just killed a skeleton, but yeah.
Oh yay!
It's gross.
Thorman.
All right. Yep, I'm going to do a basically using my cannon to do a double-handed uppercut into the chest cavity of the skeleton.
Mm.
Well, credit.
Sounded fancy, but even with bludgeoning, it wasn't enough.
Yep.
And this is where I'm like, seriously? I wasn't
Selbis.
inspiring. I was distracting.
I'm gonna attack that last skeleton with my short bow again.
And you kill it. Well, as
Woohoo.
killed as it can be.
He's dead again.
Back to you.
No, I was nothing.
And combat is over.
Now I'm gonna run out of run. I can't speak. Run out of the room and slap Storming on the way out.
Are you gonna slap me?
I don't know. Wherever I hit you.
No, why are you gonna slap
Oh,
me?
why? Well, because you failed to kill the thing in one shot.
And that's
well.
my fault, is it?
One punch. One. I don't know.
I'm like, oi!
Is
What
there
was that
anything
for?
else in there?
I look around. Try to scan the room a bit.
Yeah, you look around the room and you can find the items that used to belong to these skeletons before they were skeletons. You find 17 silver pieces. Four gold pieces. $60 arrows. 3 plus 1 arrows.
Ooh.
And that is it. The rest of their stuff is rather rusted or rotten.
Oh, I grabbed the 63 arrows. Take the coin in one hand, like as I walk back out again. Well, I found some stuff.
What you got?
I had the 63 arrows to sell this.
Yay!
Yeah, those plus 1 arrows are really nice. It's plus 1 to hit, plus 1 to damage, and they count as magical.
Yep. So save them for something special.
How many? 14?
3.
3 plus 1 arrows, and then 60 regular arrows.
Oh no! That's so much arrows.
She's never gonna run out.
Challenge accepted.
I'm more worried.
The ground starts to shake.
She's a
Just
tiny-
kidding, just kidding.
So I tell the group word for word what the sign says.
Yeah,
Except
Selbus
don't.
informs you that the door to the inn had a ruin, had had a symbol underneath the name of the place, and those symbols, well, two symbols actually, and those symbols were giant glyphs, and those glyphs read gaping and portal. Although the translation is a little wonky because the first word doesn't quite translate into common all the way. The closest thing is gaping.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Why didn't you tell us this when we entered?
I didn't notice the sign till you guys were in there. Sorry.
Not the secret pocket, the tavern. The sign of entering the tavern.
Oh, I didn't look up.
Yeah, that was my bad. I added that at the very end of the session, so it was probably confusing.
Yes. Well, that's water under a bridge. We're here now. And whatever these weird memories are that are telling us to do other things is probably, I'm going to guess that's our way out of here.
Possibly, yes. I mean, it's like the only thing we have right now. I mean, the only plan
Yes.
or idea.
Well, we also have this money, and I just had you the small sack of coin that I collected from the secret room.
Well, this money isn't going to help us get out of here.
Nope. So I tell you what, if we find a bank somewhere, we can trade it to copper pieces, and I can use it for ammo.
What the heck?
Tap my cannon.
I think we need to continue going and just watch for traps and other skeletons that might come alive.
Yeah.
I will point out that traps are not my specialty.
Well, they're really not mine either.
A group without a rogue, it's so weird.
Yep.
But I can keep an eye out, I guess.
Well, which door do you guys suggest? The massive one to the north, the smaller one to the northwest, or the one straight left?
Well, we should start with the closest one. I don't know what kind of logic that is, but it seems logical.
I
So
mean, it's
are
not-
you headed towards the southwest door?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we have any better options or knowledge.
I'll watch your back again, just in case you guys get attacked.
Well, it's my job to stand in the front. That's what I was hired for.
Pretty much.
Alright. I'm just gonna look at the door, see if there's any obvious traps.
No obvious traps.
You're still inspired, probably. It hasn't been 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's probably been like one. I'm gonna save that inspiration.
For behind this door?
Yeah. Well, looks safe. Say as I start shoving it open or pulling it open, depending on.
Oh no, my cat.
Meow.
Anything trying to kill you yet?
The door opens up to a very large hall, 60-foot wide hall that seems to be in poor repair. The far end has collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls, and it holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the dragon's mouth.
And we can see that all the way from here.
Of course we can. We have elf eyes.
It's like if I
You have.
if I turn on vision, people complain.
What people complain?
So
Specifically you.
I don't. I complain when you have the cone vision on because I find that pointless. But radius vision I don't complain about.
You see a
I was-
long hallway in front of you.
Yes.
So are you going in?
Yes, I'm going in.
Nothing tried to kill you yet?
Nothing's trying to kill him yet.
I'm also walking in.
Everything tries to kill Jasper.
No. This room doesn't seem too dangerous.
Also, I'm just assuming by now you guys are looking for traps actively.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you if one comes up. Oh hey, you're
Alright.
standing in front of a large stone door with a dragon relief carved in it. There's a keyhole at the center of the door where the dragon's mouth is.
Yeah. I am just going to take a look at it. And see, does the door look like it's properly closed and locked?
It looks like it's properly closed and locked. And the metal... Oh wait, it's a stone door. I said it was a stone door. The stone is in really good shape.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the rubble here.
Okay, pause. Jasper, as you get to exactly where you are,
Oh, that's nice.
a giant rat jumps out.
Oh god!
I'm too far away.
This should be over quick, but roll initiative.
God damn, my natural 20s today.
Yes, it's lower than I am.
So Thorman, you're looking at this door, and suddenly there's two squeaks. One smaller one, and then one very loud one. And the very loud one is Jasper.
Yes. And it's not a squeak, it's more like a shriek.
I sigh. And I move.
Oh my god, Jasper has unintentionally hilariously bad luck.
I'm going to move twice. Because I have to. And draw my sword. And that's my turn.
Jasper.
Yeah, I'm going to poke it with my spear. It's a rat, it doesn't deserve any better.
You now have a Rackabob. Combat is over.
Good job.
I shake the rat out of my spear. Oh, gross!
So what have we learned so far?
There's rats everywhere.
That and...
There's rats everywhere.
I roll my eyes again.
Fine,
my sword
I should
away.
let you go first to places because there's very dangerous rats everywhere.
Yes. And if you don't live, I don't get paid.
Well, I did kill the rat, didn't I?
Well, yes. Alright, well, come on, before anything else pops out of the very ether, tries to kill you.
I would still like to look around in the rubble.
I stop like halfway back towards the end of the hallway and just tap my foot. Impatiently waiting.
Well, what you find in the rubble is more rubble. It's all just broken masonry.
I give up. After like not even a minute.
So, Torment, what do you discover from this door?
Oh, it's locked. It looks very well made. Probably gonna need a key if we want to go through it.
Have you tried it?
I'm not gonna. If you've noticed, everything else in this room is crumbling, but that door is pristine. Do you know what that usually means?
It's either mermaid or magic.
Yes.
Probably both.
And probably trapped. So no, I'm not gonna test it.
Smart. Should we look for a key then?
Yes.
Well, if we happen to find one, we can come back.
Should we make a note of what kind of key we're looking for?
Yeah, it should be a large key of a dragon motif.
Probably. Alright. Clockwise we go.
Sounds good.
I'm also walking. I'm also writing at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just taking my steps, like 10 by 10, so in case Toad needs to stop me.
I'm doing perception checks every time I take a step.
You're
Just
very
in case.
suspicious. You're
I
very
am.
suspicious young gnome. Are you young?
Sort of just, yeah, middle age.
Well, I will check this door for any eventual traps.
No obvious traps.
And I shove it.
Sorry, when I go silent like that, it usually means I'm cutting out the next part of the
Yeah.
map.
I kind of figured.
The The door opens up into a long hall with 3 doors.
Hmm.
One of the doors is special.
Yes. Well, I will continue walking at a decent pace.
The hallway
not-
grows teeth and eats you alive.
Yay!
Good
Just
thing
kidding.
I'm walking a few steps behind.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, Thorman, when you get to about where you are, you can see to the south of you there is a stone relief door, and carved into the door is a picture of a dragon-like fish swimming.
Yeah, inspect it a little bit. Uh, is there like any obvious openings or holes in it? Like
There is a small keyhole where the dragonfish mouth would be.
Hmm,
I think we need more than one key.
Maybe a
Likely.
master key.
True. Or a set of keys?
Are the doors human size? Like, are they huge or what? How big are the doors?
I would say the doors are like they are um like garage door size.
like castle doors.
So small, a small giant could probably comfortably walk through here. Small giant. I laughed too.
Well, I'm not gonna touch this door just yet. But I'm gonna compare the other 2 doors. As are they just plain stone doors or wood doors?
The other 2 doors are plain wooden doors.
Right. Well, let's. I will walk up to the other one up here.
No obvious traps.
And I shove it.
The door opens and you find a mostly empty room.
Hmm.
Just a few rocks in the corner, nothing special.
Should we step in and look under rocks to see if we find a key there?
Let's not step into empty rooms unless there is a reason. Like if we don't find the keys somewhere else.
Sure. I kinda wanna throw something in there.
Be my guest.
I don't really have anything to throw. Is
Pick up
there
a stone
any...
from the ground, like a fallen piece of mortar.
Yeah, I mean, the way I have the floors, they look pristine, but really there's like rubble and mortar everywhere. It's not hard to find something to throw.
I will pick up something and throw it into the room.
1,000 laser. No. Nothing happens. It clatters to the floor.
Do you want to open the next next door?
Yep. Do, 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 do.
Okay, this is gonna take me a second, so talk amongst yourselves.
Well, what should we talk about?
That was a good question.
I assume you haven't been to any cursed inns before.
I mean, depends on what you would call a cursed inn. I mean, there are some pretty bad red light districts out there.
But they don't usually have their doors turn into walls.
Depends on how big the bouncer is.
Do you get into trouble a lot with bouncers?
Only once.
I find that hard to believe.
I mean, didn't have trouble with him, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, some matron trying to scam me out of my pants.
Facepalm.
What?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You don't sound very convincing.
Oh, I'm not trying to. Shit.
Well-
I dropped a dagger. Well, Max dropped a pen. Jasper dropped a dagger.
The door swings open.
Dun 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 dun.
Beyond the door, you can see a large, oddly shaped room. From where you're standing, you can see there is a large steel cage that is empty on the southern end of the wall, and there are crudely scrolled glyphs on the floors and walls. Vaguely green paint. Vaguely green.
Oh, step into the room.
You step into the room, and from here you can see in the center there is a very large fire pit that is kind of smoking, as though it has recently died down. There is a wooden bench near the steel cage and a small sleeping roll. You can hear the sounds of whimpering coming from the sleeping roll. Bedroll?
Yes,
Go poke
bedroll.
it.
Draw my sword and start heading towards the bedroll.
Get me my shurpo ready.
The closer you get, the louder the sobbing is. Do you speak Draconic?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then you can hear in between the sobs. There is a small Draconic voice that's like, Stupid bullies. Why did the gobos have to... I miss Calcrix. And then sobbing. Just sobbing.
Yeah, like, is it a very hissing and like very treble-rich voice?
Well, there's definitely some heavy S's in the sobs. The bedroll isn't that big, though.
Yeah. What was the name it mentioned? I forgot to write it down.
Calcrix. Calcryx.
Well, I'm gonna hunch in front of the bedroll. Let's say in Draconic. Who's Calcrix?
The sobbing intensifies. Go away! I can't get any further away or else the goblins will get me. Heaven... Just go away.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, you guys here, like, got a real chirping.
Hold on. Just a moment. I say to Jasper, I think you're a little, off here, mate. Only goblins I know of are dead.
Sobbing intensifies.
Ask it if it speaks anything else.
Why are you crying? Are you a captive here? What's going on? Come on. Don't be a crybaby.
Oh, like you don't know. You just came here to pick on me like all the other kobolds. Go away.
What other kobolds? I just arrived here.
There is a slight meeping, and then the sobbing kind of stops, but they're trying to hold it back. And there is a slight shaking as the small kobold kind of ducks its snout out of its bedroll and sees that you guys are not the kobolds that were bullying it. Ah! Intruders! Wait, no. Where'd you come from? Who sent you?
No one sent us. We found us here by accident, I presume. But there's something else telling us that we need to complete something.
His eyes widen and he's like, the prophecy.
What prophecy?
Do you speak Draconic?
Nope.
Yeah, this is problematic. We have no idea what's going on.
Hey, mate, do you speak common here? My two friends, they don't understand.
Ah, two friends! Ah. Kind of
Hi.
backs up. And in very broken common, he says, hello.
Hi. You
Hi.
seem scared.
I haven't had a good day.
Are you okay?
And you can see that this kobold is kind of aged, and he has like big scars that go across his face that look like large claws got him in some years past. No, Meep isn't okay.
Seems like you have had a few bad days.
Meep is the temple dragon keeper. Goblins come, they take dragon, they take Calcrix. Now Meep doesn't have a job. Now the other kobolds make fun of Meep.
So this gate belongs to a dragon, and you're the guard, and goblins took the dragon?
Yes, my sweet baby Calcrix.
It's a baby dragon?
He searches his mind and then he stumbles over the word wormling?
Yes. Not quite a hatchling, but a baby.
So whoever put you in the bedroll, do you know if they're coming back? How long ago was that?
I put me in the bedroll. This is as far as I can go from the border of the colony.
Why were you in the bedroll? Were you hiding?
I was trying to sleep.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
More importantly, colony? What colony?
Yes, the Grand Cobalt Colony. Oh yes, but the prophecy.
Yes, tell us more about this prophecy.
Well, when the goblins came and took our dragon, I said, don't worry, someone's gonna come, and they're gonna help us. And look, here you are.
Oh my goodness. That's your prophecy?
He looks at you without any irony.
No. It's about as vague as all the other prophecies I've heard.
Though not as elaborate
True or poetic.
or grand.
Did someone tell you that we were coming, or you just sensed that somebody else was coming to help you?
Well, I figured ever since the Great Stairway collapsed that the surface folk would come back eventually. I mean, this is the best dragon temple this side of Faerun.
Okay. This is a lot of scattered information here. So, first of all, how far is the colony and which way?
Colony close, yes. West.
Okay.
Through which door? I say, and I point towards the three doors in this place.
One moment, my browser crashed.
Oops.
Oh no, Meep. Are you okay? Are you having a seizure?
You just look in Meep's eyes and it says 404.
"404 access denied."
Oh, Meep. So, Selbus, what's your previously worst experience with doors?
Ugh, I have so many stories. I don't know if I want to share them. It's too depressing. Oh, where did Meep go?
Oh, that's the door probably.
Meep will probably grab Thorman's hand and start leading you towards that door. He's like, "We must see the queen! We must see the queen!"
Ah!
Is the queen a big dragon?
Queen Cobalt.
Um,
This is getting more interesting.
do you think we should go?
I mean, why not? Kobolds are kobolds, goblins are goblins.
Well, I mean, just in case there is in fact a colony of them and they are not as friendly as Meep. No offense to Meep. But
I say to you in Elven, goblin colonies can be quite small.
fine, let's go then. If we get murdered by tiny lizard people, it's gonna be your fault.
In this case, it would be tiny lizard people.
Meep, do you think the queen will be welcoming of intruders or strangers? Do you think she might attack us?
Are you speaking Elvish right now?
I'm talking to Meep.
Oh,
Meep meep.
I think yeah, there we go. I think Mika was busy with opening a door.
As Meep fiddles with the latch, she's like, "No, no, you not goblins. We at war with goblins."
What do I think of this?
You think Meep is totally telling the truth and that he is incapable of lying.
Well,
Meep, will you stay with us in case the queen has the wrong impression about us?
Yes, yes. Follow, follow me, take you to the queen.
how far away is it?
Probably not too far.
Because they have short legs.
No, because this is not that large of a fort.
Not that large. Just endless.
Just in case, keep your guard up and be ready for anything.
Yeah, I'm not too optimistic.
It'll be
But
fine.
I don't think Meep is at least lying to us. I don't think he can. He seems a little intellectually limited.
So Meep is excitedly jogging down the hall, holding Thorman's hand.
I thought he would have let go by now,
Never.
considering the uh, when he was about to grab my hand, I had a sword in one, and the other one is holding onto my cap.
Oh, he has like a hold on a finger.
Yeah. Well, I put my sword away, so.
So you guys go down the dogleg hall, and it opens up to a grand hall, and Meep turns the corner. He's like, my queen, the prophecy. And she looks kind of annoyed at Meep, and then as you guys round the corner with him, her eyes widen.
I do a little bow.
Who sent you?
Circumstances and accidents. No one on purpose.
We're not here to cause any trouble. I just want to get out of here.
So sitting on the throne is a rather large kobold female. She is wearing white robes and has a large ruby ring on her finger. The throne she's sitting at is cobbled together stone, but at the head of the throne there is a dragon skull exactly like the one at the door, and inside this dragon's jaws it's holding a large key. Well, where did you come from? You came from below, you're working with the goblins. And you couldn't have come from above.
Well, we did.
Yep.
There's like no hint or of hesitation or lie Foreman's voice.
It's a little bit of an unbelievable story how we ended up here.
So, you came from the surface.
Very much so, yes.
Did everyone die?
Yeah.
No. I'm forever alive.
I was
So,
just trying to figure out how to parse this.
Shall we give you 5 minutes while I go grab some aspirin? Because unexplained headache.
Sure, let's take a short bio.
I
All right.
need to be. Yay.
Is everyone here?
I just got back from the loo. But it doesn't seem like anyone else is here.
In that case, I will BRB. RQ.
BRBRQ. Fascinating.
I'm back again.
Meep meep.
Nom 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 nom.
Meep 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 meep. Meep 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 meep
Okay, so now that everyone's back,
meep. Yes.
well, strangers of circumstance, you have come here in peace.
Yes.
And this is a question.
Yes.
Yes.
I shrug.
I am hesitant to believe in the prophecy that our former dragon handler seems to believe so much in.
I don't blame you.
However, I feel that we are in a situation that we could benefit each other. The Sunless Citadel was once a grand draconic temple with many riches. However, since the calamity and the sinking, well, things haven't been so well. And since our surface route was cut off, and recently our Underdark access was also cut off, it seems we may need your help.
So you're cut off from going down and from going up.
Indeed.
That's unfortunate.
What do you know of the Gileath's tree?
What do we know of that?
Well, your
should-
second memory seems to recall that the Gileath tree was the tree in the center of Oakhurst. And sometime after a strange druid appeared, the tree sank, the mountain exploded. It was a bad time.
And sounds also very normal and completely natural. Well, yes, I know of that tree. It sank into the ground, I think.
Yes. Many years ago, a human outcast calling himself Bellic came
Phallic?
here. Balak. He came to the temple, promising a new age for the Dragon Temple. He went below to the grove that sits beneath this temple, and he made a dark pact there with foul green skins. It wasn't long after that they began raiding the temple from below, stealing our treasures, killing our people. Disgusting, vile things, goblins.
I can't disagree with that.
How long ago was the attack?
Well, the largest attack where they took our dragon came about 4 weeks ago.
To my knowledge, do kobolds count weeks like normal people?
To your knowledge, you have no idea. And honestly, how could you tell when a day's passed?
This is true.
Let's be generous and call this cycles.
Perhaps we can help each other.
Maybe.
We need our dragon back.
Yes.
You look like
Uh.
capable people. Our forces are stretched thin as it is, guarding the borders that we control.
I
Three
think
surface
we could-
dwellers. The goblins wouldn't expect that.
Well, I think we could help you with that, but what do you offer in exchange?
I will let you keep any riches you find, but the dragon must be returned to us.
Well, the riches won't really help us get out of here, will they?
That is a difficult problem. And we've looked for surface exits for many years now. I'm afraid the only way to get out of this place is to go into the Underdark, and to do that you have to go through the Grove.
And the grove is controlled by the goblins.
Yes. Vile tribe, led by a hobgoblin named Dern.
That's nice.
I'm gonna do an insight check to see if she's telling the truth. Ah,
She's the most honest person you've ever met.
I'm gonna switch to Elven and poke Thormin
Mm,
Should we ask about that key? In the dragon's, well, not the dragon's, but the dragon statue thing's
Yeah.
mouth.
The Dragon Queen looks up at the key above her head. This key, she answers in Elvish.
Oh shit! Yeah, that key.
Farming chuckles. Yes, that key.
This key locks the tomb to the last dragon priest to walk these halls.
Have you ever been there?
No one is allowed past the Great Seal. It is disrespectful.
I don't think we can ask for the key. I say very quietly.
Roll stealth.
For whispering?
Oh dear, why are
I'm
you? Why is
kidding.
this shit mean to me? Shit is mean to me. Anyway, but I don't have to roll. That's nice.
Could it be possible that the goblins found another way in besides the undergrowth?
Yes. Well, initially, the goblins invaded the northern parts of the temple, where the grove connects to the structure. And for a time, we had been holding them off. However, our alternative route to the Underdark was soon discovered, and in order to keep the enemy at bay, we had to collapse it. So unfortunately, the only way to get to the grove is through the northern part of this temple, which is controlled by the goblin horde.
Well, can
However,
you offer any assistance in getting through there?
there is a back passage to the northern part of the temple that the goblins don't patrol as heavily.
I like a good back passage.
She looks at Meep quite seriously, and she kind of gives you all a side-eyed wink. She's like, Meep, the prophet, I give you the task of going with these heralds of salvation to find Calcrix and to bring her back alive. Meep puffs up with pride. He's like, yes, my queen, yes!
Oh no. It's very generous of you to send one of your own to help us, but are you sure you can spare him? If you
Without a
are
dragon,
stretched
Meep
so
serves no
thin.
function.
Gosh darn it. I guess we welcome to help then.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice.
Not really. No.
It'll be fine. I think, I hope.
Maybe. At least we'll have someone who knows the place. Somewhat, I hope. I say questioning towards Meep and the Queen.
Would it be possible if some of your guards create a distraction and we can go through that passage?
I'm afraid the Underdark passage is... Well, you can see for yourself. It's through the door north there, and she points to the closest northern door.
Should we go check the door? Since he's pointing to it.
Is it on the path towards this, whatever it is?
No, I'm afraid, well, the former Underdark access is quite close. The back entrance to the northern temple is quite circuitous. However, if you're feeling particularly brave, the last northern door in this hallway leads directly to the northern side of the temple, where it is most heavily patrolled by the goblins.
I wouldn't say we're feeling quite that brave. Or are we?
How many
No.
goblins do you know exist in the other part of this temple?
That is very hard to say. We've never been able to get an accurate count of their numbers, as they have free access to go as they please, while we are trapped here.
Is it more than 5?
Yes.
Then it's probably too much.
What kind of weapons did you use?
Goblins, short bows, short swords. I don't know, a few of them might be able to do magic.
Wizard goblins. We're in trouble.
Yep. I mean, we are already were. We're in very deep shit.
I nod.
So, Meep, would you like to lead us to the back way in?
Yes, yes.
Can you be quiet? And I
Meep won't make a peep.
Then I turn to Tormin. Can you be quiet?
I just give you this look of, are you kidding me?
I'll take that as a yes.
So Meep's gonna lead you all the way back to the tower shell. He's gonna stop at his bedroll first and pick up some, rather detritus weapons.
By the way, just to check, what was our second memory's reason to get here? There was something about that tree and something about the fruit or something.
Yeah, until recently, once a year, midsummer, the goblins would sell a fruit from the tree. Ever since the calamity, once a year, midsummer, the goblins would show up to town and sell a fruit that was able to cure anyone of any ailment. And recently they stopped, and another party of adventurers was sent down here, but they never came back. So you were sent to find out A, what is happening with the fruit, and B, what happened to the adventurers.
Meep. As we were walking. Do you know if of any other surface folk has come through here?
No, no surface folk in a very long time. Many years, many years.
How many?
20?
20. I don't think we're going to get accurate numbers out of him.
Considering that's probably older than he is. Saying Elven.
Meep, can you see in the dark?
Yes, all kobolds can.
Can you fight? Even a little bit? Like if a giant rat jumps to you, can you kill it?
Meep was a dragon handler.
That
In
Sure.
Elven, I say, once again, I say, glorified stable boy.
I don't reply. But I do not. So this door. It's
I
kind
think-
of a big door to
Yes.
be a back door. I'm highly suspicious.
Yes, well, this is the main thoroughfare, but we have to go through here to get to the back ways.
Mm.
He walks through the large doors and walks to the northeastern door.
I'm just gonna let him open as many doors as he wishes.
He can open all the doors.
Yes. Because that means all of the goblin traps are gonna be in his face.
Poor Meep.
The door opens up into a rather empty chamber. Crumbled stones, rat poop.
Oh. I'm not a big fan of the big rats.
Or their poops.
Well,
But the big rats are the juiciest.
I'm not a fan of any kind of poop.
I'm with you.
But I don't mind small rats.
So guys, do we have a plan when we get there? Just scout the area, find out how many are around, find out where the dragon is.
Pretty much.
Yep.
It's hard to make plans when you don't know what to expect, and
True.
details don't seem to be the specialty of these kobolds.
This door opens up into a very large chamber.
Any kobolds, really.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Meep.
Meep walks in and proceeds to walk down the hall.
Hey, me, what's in that door? I say as I point left.
That's a bad door. We don't touch that door.
What's behind it?
Nobody knows.
Then why is it a bad door?
Don't touch it.
Can't
Why
we
not?
touch it now?
Meep sighs. He turns around. He goes to the door. He picks up a rather suitable chunk of cobblestone, hucks it at the door, and moments after it impacts the door, a giant scythe blade comes down from the ceiling and then retracts.
Oh, that's why it's a bad door.
Yes, very bad door.
Well, now I want to know what's behind it.
Same here. When the scythe came through, did it come through like a slot in the roof?
Yeah, I mean, now that you've seen it operate, you can see that there is a just blade thick enough slot in the ceiling.
Hmm.
Do you think you could, like, catch it or something if it comes down?
How fast did it retract back?
In D&D terms, one action.
Right.
So quite fast.
Right. Hold on, let me think here. Why am I not playing the road? I should be playing the road. But if I did that, we would have no one to do the frontline fighting.
What if we throw something and let it react, and then once coming up again, then we try to open the door?
I was thinking about throwing something at the door so that it comes down, and then being ready to jam a rock into its slot so that it cannot retract properly, and that might break the mechanism.
Good idea.
That's sort of a fine idea. I can poke the door with my mage hand, or I can put the rock in with my mage hand.
Oh, I think it needs to be a larger one than
Yeah,
what your
probably.
puny thing can do.
Well, I can still knock the door and slap you in the face.
Are you the knock spell, or are you...
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
And I grab a suitably large piece of boulder that I can pick up in one hand and make ready to hook as the blade is about to retract, so it will stick itself between the blade and the slot.
We're such smart children. Are you ready?
Sure.
Yeah, that is going to be a straight up dexterity check. And
Mage hand is just...
I'll say Mage Hand's assisting you.
The mage hand is just slapping the door.
Ah, good thing.
That is one above what you needed.
Yeah.
You're able to get the rock right in the crux of the scythe at its largest point, so it immediately like seizes and jams and makes the sound that of tearing metal. Uh, I don't know. Sounds like a car crash, basically.
Oh,
And now there is a disabled scythe hanging like midway where the door would be, but it is not functioning. You have
Can I-
successfully disabled the trap.
Can I pull on it?
The scythe,
Yeah.
it is under immense spring pressure.
Right.
can you open the door now?
Poke it once more first, just to make sure.
I poke the door. With mage hand.
The door is poked. There's nothing that actually happens. Although now that you're closer to the door, there is an inscription carved into it in Draconic.
Here be dragons.
And the door reads, "Rebuke the dead, open the way."
Rebuke the dead, open the way.
What the hell does that mean? I assume.
I think I know.
Skeletons.
Rebuking the dead usually means to bring them under your control or destroy them. So, I will just, first of all, I'm gonna actually try to push it open first.
Oh, so we still want to open it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm just going to try and like shove it slightly or pull it slightly, whatever works. If it,
You push on the door, but it doesn't budge. Much like the dragon door, this door seems quite pristine. There's no chipping around the edges. I don't think anyone's ever gotten close enough to try to pry bar it.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. I check my crowbar. Is my crowbar destroyed?
One end of your crowbar is chipped off still.
Huh. So it was real. This is real? Okay, we're not hallucinating this part. Maybe.
I'm just gonna like tap the door a couple of times, just checking the workmanship. Just
Sounds solid.
like, is there any like piece that seems like it would be easy to chip off? I'm assuming no.
I mean, under the inscription where it says, "Rebuke the dead, open the way," there is a relief of a skull. I mean, you could chip the nose bit off.
Mm.
Like right where the bridge is.
Yeah, no. Okay. I can't do this a lot of times because I'm a paladin, not a spellcaster. But I am going to try to cast Protection from Good and Evil on the door.
You say your incantations and you unleash the spell on the door. However, like almost takes grasp for a second, and the skull on the door, like the eyes, glow blue very briefly, but then the spell fades from it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
All right.
Is there any sort of lock in it?
There is no visible lock.
Well, I think we should come back to this if we don't find a way out.
Hold on. I'm gonna try 2 more things. One, I'm gonna heal the door for 1 hit point by using my lay on hands.
Again, it's the eyes on the door glow blue briefly, and then the magic just fades.
Right. And then my last try, I just curl my gauntlet hand into a fist, and I punch the door, smiting it.
The eyes glow blue, fade away. Your hand hurts now. You take 1 HP damage.
Are
Okay.
you quite done?
Yes, I'm done. That was worth a try, though.
Oh,
Well, then-
since you guys have been in this room for, let's say, 5 or 10 minutes, you definitely notice the dry fountain in the northeast corner. It's this beautiful relief carving of a dragon diving. And there is an inscription above it in Draconic. It says, "Let there be fire."
Well, that one I can't do much
Fire
about.
in there.
Do you have fire?
No.
I mean, I have some fire, but I really do not want to use it.
I have a tinderbox.
That's fire.
So Meep's looking at the fountain with you guys, and he can't read silently in his head, so he starts reading it out loud. And in Draconic, he says, "Let there be fire." And suddenly, the eyes on the statue glow ruby red, quite suddenly, and then the fountain sputters to life, and the basin quickly fills with a warm red liquid. Before
Ew.
the fountain, like the jewels, like wink out, like they're unstable, and then the fountain stops.
Is that blood?
Meep will put a finger in it and taste it, and he burps. But when he burps, there's a little tiny fireball. He's like, "Nope, fire breathing potion."
Ooh! I know those. Those are useful.
That is so weird.
Is it like just one use potion?
Yeah, it's a one-use potion. However, the basin of this is... I mean, if you had more bottles on you, you could fill 5 or 6 of them. But I'm guessing nobody's walking around with like a crate of empty bottles.
I take the night flask I have with the bad whiskey, and I pour it out, and I fill it with the potion. That should be, considering that's like...
Yeah, I'll say a flask will give you 2 charges of fire-breathing
Yeah.
potion.
I was just going to suggest, like, it's a bit larger than a normal potion ball, so... Yeah, this will come in handy.
And he's like, "Wow, I should really read the walls more often."
I think this one might have expended its last bit of power just now.
Let's see. And then he says the phrase again in Draconic, "Let there be fire." And there's like only the briefest flash of red in the eyes of the reliefed carving. and like a little teeny tiny like couple drops come out of the dragon's mouth. I think you're right.
Fascinating.
Indeed.
Should we go on?
Yes, follow me. We're close now.
I got lost.
We're just gonna write in the.
What's behind door number 3 or 75? I haven't been counting.
Technically, it's door 25. So Meep opens this door, but as he opens it, he turns to the three of you, and he does the universal shh like sign, and he starts walking like on his tippy toes.
I also walk very quietly.
Yes, I try to do so as well. Let's see how well I do.
Now, as Meep comes up to this door, he motions for you guys to stand back, and you see him bend down, and just almost ear perceptively, there's a small tripwire set on the door, and he takes out some pliers and slightly dull knife, and with one hand he holds with the pliers he holds the wire taut, and then he cuts it with his knife, and then he very gently takes the tension off the pliers. He cracks the door slightly, reaches his hand in, and he pulls it out, and in his hand he's holding a rudimentary bell. He carefully sets it on the ground as not to make any noise.
I guess Meep is useful after all.
True. Maybe we shouldn't underestimate idiots. Tippy-toe. Tippy-toe.
I was just entering the description for the fire breathing potion.
And with the trap disabled, Meep slowly opens the door, and still kind of like crouching down and yet on his tippy toes, he begins to slowly move forward. Now this hall is unique because, first of all, directly in front of you, the entire hall is just spread thick with sharp caltrops, and towards the end of the hallway there has been a half wall that's been erected with like crenellations. It looks like a mini fortress wall, basically.
I like the decor here. Decor? I don't
You hear two small voices chatting at the end of the hall and laughing. And then one sounds like it might be offended, and then the other one laughs, and then that one sounds like it's offended, and the other one laughs. Okay, and to get through this hall, I'm gonna need stealth checks from everybody.
Yes. I am going to be walking on the edges, where there seems to be not so much caltrops.
Stealth.
Unfortunately, you think there aren't as many caltrops on the edges, and you directly step on one, taking another hit point of damage, and reflexively going, ah! The voices at the end of the hall immediately stop.
I look at Thurman like, really?
What? Ow!
Light steps.
At the end of the hall, you see a little tiny green head poke over the half wall, and then he shouts something. And then his buddy comes over to the wall. And I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh my god. Yay. Now the goblins are awesome.
Yes, they do.
Hi, yes. Why?
Okay, there is a short bow shot coming in at Jasper, and another one coming in at me. An arrow lands directly in Meep's knee.
Arrow to the knee.
Oh no, Meep!
You're no longer an adventurer.
No, he's nothing. He's not a dragon keeper. He's not an adventurer. He's having the worstest day.
Thelmus, it's your turn.
Oh my goodness, that was a very deadly arrow.
I'll try to hit one of them with my short bow.
Okay. That definitely hits. Which one were you aiming for, right or left?
Left.
Arrow goes straight through his eye. He falls down dead.
One is down.
That's nice.
Happens so fast his buddy doesn't even notice. He's so focused on you guys. Jasper.
Yeah, I just actually mocked the remaining person by telling him that you're so small and dumb, you probably can't even get over that wall. And there is going to be a wisdom saving throw. This can't kill him, but it's okay.
He does feel dumb and small. It's not his fault he's this short.
Oh god. And then
You
I
insulted him
will-
so bad that he starts bleeding out the eyes, ears, nose.
Then I'm going to inspire Selbis by yelling, "You're small, but definitely not as dumb as those people. You can do this. Whatever this is. And you're definitely more a child than Thormin."
Yeah, so you have advantage, Selbis. Do you know how that works? I mean, not advantage, bardic inspiration.
It's a d6 you can add to one of your attack rolls or
Skill checks or saves.
saves. Yes. If you think you weren't good enough.
Indeed. Thorman.
Yes. Well, I am just going to move up, but I'm gonna move up at. I'm gonna double move, but double move at half speed.
Yeah,
so
because
that
the
I
caltrops are difficult
Yeah.
terrain.
Yeah, and I don't want any more in my feet.
Oh yeah, I didn't move at all. Well,
So that's as far as I get.
This goblin is super infuriated at you pointing out his obvious height difference, even comparatively to the other goblins. And he is going to fire on you, Jasper.
lucky for me, he has disadvantage if he failed. And I think he did.
He did
Yeah.
fail.
So he has disadvantage.
Yeah, which is a 14.
14?
Yeah, 14 with disadvantage.
Dang it! Hates me.
Oh, that's not rolling right. Oh, and that's not the button I wanted to push.
We also can't see your roll.
Ah, yes. So let's say he rolled a 14 and I'll reroll damage.
Well, for me, his damage was terrible at this time.
You take a mighty 3 points of damage.
Yes. I have an arrow in my shoulder.
Selbis. Oh, I forgot to roll Moop's initiative. It's okay. He's like just looking at his knee and screaming.
Poor Meep.
Okay, Selbis.
I'm gonna attack the other goblin with my short bow.
Oh god.
Right
My
through
bad,
the
Goblin.
eye.
Woohoo!
He is down and combat is over.
Well, I'm slowly and carefully moving and not stepping on any caltrops.
Meep
gonna
isn't moving.
I'm gonna move back to Meep.
Yeah, I'll check on Meep as well.
Owie, it hurts. Owie.
Is the arrow still in his knee?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna like just pinch his snout between my thumb and index finger and pull it out.
It's barbed.
Oh. Then how far has it gone through?
Completely.
Okay. Then I snap it on the other under end, snap the head off, and then
Yeah.
pull it through.
It's like every motion you make with the arrow, like even positioning it, snapping it, and sliding it, like you can tell Meep is not having fun. And if you weren't holding his mouth shut, it would be quite loud.
Yeah. I figured.
The arrow comes out.
Just get him to the wall and I'll do a thing, maybe. Or you can do a thing. I don't know. I don't. Just don't step on any more caltrops, okay?
I take some spare cloth and just make a very basic bandage for his knee before I pick him up.
Jump, 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 jump.
Okay, you are holding Meep in your arms.
Yep.
Very dramatic.
And I slowly get us to the other end of the caltrop hall.
Yeah, the other end, it's not that impressive. There seems to be a semi-permanent fortification here. There's filth all over the floors, stains on the walls, shabby hides. You know, it looks like it's been lived in by goblins for many years.
This is probably very easy to get over this wall thing.
Yeah, it's only 3 feet high.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something you can vault over.
I say that, but Selbus is like, grr.
Yeah. You bastards.
Well, you are lucky for you. You have tall friends who can lift you.
I put Meep on the wall, and then I just hold out a hand for Celibus to like use as a step ladder.
Thanks.
No, at least that was sort of dignified.
What are we gonna do with Meep? He won't be able to walk much longer.
Well, let me take a look at the knee.
Walk over, pick up Meep, pull him over to Jasper.
I poke
Yeah,
it.
even though it... Okay, even though it's only been like maybe 4 minutes since you had kind of had to traverse the hall slowly, the bandage is completely soaked through with blood, and when you poke it, Meat turns white and then faints.
I think we need to rest for a bit here until he regains consciousness.
Yes.
And he also regained 5 hit points. Because of course I rolled a 1.
The wound closes, the color returns to Meep, and he begins snoring.
Yeah, I think we're having break.
Yes. Sit close to the fire. You won't smell the goblin shit.
Oh god.
Except for what they're using in the fire.
Why did you have to mention the shit?
I will walk over to the goblins and see if does any of them have like a sword or axe or whatever, dagger.
They both have rather rusted short swords and some very crude short bows. Searching them, you find uh, some putrid jerky of an unknown make, vinegary wine in a water skin that seems to be rotting,
Mm.
and some lint, 3 buttons, and a paperclip.
I all I wanted was the short swords. Trust me, I didn't care about the rest.
Okay,
Hey, we
but
need
I
fun.
someone might want paperclips. You don't know.
I take the short swords and I look around until I see the door, and I jam a short sword in each of the crevices, one on each side.
Okay.
I carefully check around the room to see if there are any more traps or anything else.
Yeah, that would be an investigation check.
You might be still inspired. I don't think it's been quite 10 minutes.
No, it has. It's only been like 5 minutes, so. Uh, well, I can tell you that you don't find anything. If you want to add a d6 on top of that roll, I'm probably going to tell you that you also don't find anything of
All right.
significance.
Alright. Get some rest. I'll keep watch.
Is this a long or a short rest?
Depends on when Neep wakes up.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be worth picking up some of those caltrops and use them as traps for the goblins?
I mean, if you want to spend the time to pick them up. I don't have any extra bags.
Well, a short rest will come and go. So if you want to spend time collecting caltrops, you can.
I'll use
mean,
my dagger. Use my daggers to climb up the wall.
Ching, ching, ching.
Adorable.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Don't land on the cold drops.
So, depending on how much of this hall you want to clean up, like, give me a percentage of how much of this hall you want to clean.
Well, I don't want to be encumbered. I think, how many pounds? Can I pick up like 1 pound of caltrops?
You get 50 caltrops.
Perfect.
I just had the nastiest idea.
I'm worried.
Me too.
I'm
So,
gonna say like, hey, kill this. I'm gonna give you some piece of cloth. Can you fill it with some caltrops for me? About maybe 20.
Sure.
This seems innocent.
All right. When she does so and hands me the caltrops, I start like looking at the size of them and so forth, and then I start comparing the size to the barrel of my cannon.
oh yeah. Each caltrop is probably about, if you're using a large bore, like we were talking about, it's probably 1/3 of the diameter. But the problem with this is, well, you actually already kind of solved the problem with wadding. There's a
Yeah.
lot of air in between the caltrops.
My idea was not to fire them by themselves, but add a few of them to my already prepared shots.
Yeah. Oh,
Because the shots uh, take the impulse better, so to speak. I can't put this in old terms. I have to use scientific terms.
so are you planning on putting like 1 caltrop in per shot?
I'm thinking if my geometry is correct, I think 3 would be just plenty. Because he can, like, ball them up, kinda.
That is
Okay,
nasty.
that will give you, well, one. It will give you a +2 to hit and a +1 to damage when you fire the caltrop shot. Barb sticking things.
So you mean there's a +1 to the save DC?
Oh, right. Nope, save DC stays the same. I'm afraid a projectile going that fast is still projectile going that fast.
Yeah.
But, +1 to damage.
That's okay. I'll just keep that in mind.
Non-magical, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to, like, after I've done this, I'm just gonna face the door with the fire in my at my back, and I'm gonna go into meditative trance. Basically, I'm taking a nap.
How tall are the goblins?
One goblin is a couple inches shorter than you, and one goblin is a couple inches taller than you.
Are they wearing helmets?
They are wearing really rough, rotted leather helmets.
Can I put on some of their gear and disguise myself as one of them?
No.
That is brilliant. You might want to ask Jasper for some help. She's good at this.
Yeah.
As you know.
Jasper, could you help me over here?
With what?
I like to pretend to be a goblin and scout the area and let you guys know. If I get in trouble, run back here and you guys can just kill them all.
She says this as stripping a dead goblin naked.
Okay, sure. Let's make you greener.
Oh, right, you have the makeup. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, if you don't mind, I'm going to smear some poop on you.
Do you have to?
No, but I think it would be more authentic.
Fine.
Yeah. So, disguise kit. What would that be? I mean, what is the stat it uses?
Intelligence.
That is my least bestest. I lost myself. No, wait. That's not right. That's right. Meh. I'm afraid you're a little bit too cute to be turned into a goblin.
Maybe I need more poop.
Yeah,
More poop.
If you roll around in it, I don't think they'll notice. They're not the smartest.
I'm so.
Anything.
I'll give you a +5 to that 11 if you roll around and poop.
Anything for the team.
Oh god.
Jump on the poop and start rolling all over it. Oh god, this is disgusting.
Oh, God. Yeah, I just facepalm myself. Like, I was facepalming myself about myself.
Is she in danger of contracting filth fever?
Not currently. This poop is rather dry. ish.
It's almost worse.
Ew.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Extra chunky. Sorry. Okay, so it's probably been about 5 hours, and Meep wakes up, and he's kind of whimpering, and then he's like, wait a second. He like looks down at his knee, and it's still like the bloody bandages are still there, and he like tentatively pokes it, and it doesn't hurt, and then he's like slowly flexing it, and then he jumps up and he's like bouncing very excitedly. Meep, you fixed Meep.
Yeah, I fixed you. Do you feel better?
Much. Why is your friend covered in poo?
Well, she's a goblin now. Isn't that obvious?
What? He gets panicked.
Oh no. She's not really a goblin. She's just pretending to be a goblin.
It's just a disguise. Don't worry.
Oh, phew. I was very worried for a second.
Oh no. You can relax.
I should point out that Foreman is still sitting with his back towards the fire, looking at the door.
Yeah.
In that,
But like
well,
every once in
he's
a
not
while, there's
looking.
one of those anime sweat drops on the back of your head. Maybe.
Well, he's meditating, so he's like asleep-ish.
Do you have a hood?
Nope.
Damn it.
She was gonna fill the hood with poop.
No. But that's so good. I should do that. But no.
So, Meep, what's behind this door?
Meep, not sure. Meep never got this far. Meep doesn't think any kobolds have been this far in many years.
Can you tell us anything else about this passage?
Yes, it should open up into a large hall with 3 or 4 doors. We should look to take the northern doors. I believe that leads to the interior of the goblin border. He's struggling with common.
By the way, since he took 5 hours to wake up, and I've been meditating most of this time.
Yeah, you all have a long rest. You regain all your hit
Sweet.
points, all your spell slots. And I am going to start unblocking the next area, because it's going to take me a second.
I will take a smoke then.
Oh, you bastard.
What?
I think he also wants to smoke, but he has to uncover stuff. So I'll be RB.
All right.
I know, CCG. That was very important information you all needed.
It's time to scratch it.
Yep. Scratch. Actually, I'll go get a piece of toast, because hunger is being mean.
Alright.
So while they're both gone, do you want to do some preliminary scouting or do you want to wait?
Let me see. Let me just check the room first. Guess I don't know, right? Because I can't see anything. I would rather wait. I don't want to cause any trouble and then I'm alone.
Well, I guess we're taking another bio break then.
Alright.
I sat down as the toast is toasting.
Are you gonna put some butter in it or maybe peanut butter?
A cheese thing?
Cheese.
I don't even know what that is in English. What is that thing in English?
Just cheese?
No, but it's a specific kind of cheese thing. It's alright. I cream cheese.
Oh, cream cheese is delicious.
Yeah, it's pepper flavored cream cheese.
Nice.
I don't know why I forgot that.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I am now making a template.
By the way, are you both taking notes of the whole session? Because I'm not and feel like, oh gosh, I should be doing that.
I mean, kinda.
I may need to go back to the first session because I think we got some gold or something. We got something from the first goblins or skeletons we attacked, and I got some jewels from the vampire that threw the knife on the target thing.
Yeah. I remember getting some gold, but I let you keep it because it would overburden me.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm not over encumbered. I didn't notice that.
Okay, I'm back.
Although I think maybe we can all just maybe pick up more caltrops and use them whenever they're necessary, because I have a feeling we're gonna need them.
Maybe.
So, everyone's rested. Are you gonna get more caltrops before you leave, or are we pressing forward?
I give 20 to Thorman, so I'm gonna give 20 back.
Okay. You don't actually have to move your token there.
Hello.
Bienvenidos.
I didn't burn myself this time, but I did drop the toaster to the floor.
Oops.
Oh no. Floor toast.
Yep.
Toad, could you add that as a token for me and size it? Just figured because I have a. That's gonna come in useful.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of time left this session, so I don't actually want to do that right this second. But
Right.
I've actually been thinking about just making a bunch of roll templates like that everyone can access. Anywho,
Yes.
I assume you're taking the swords out of the door.
Yes, I pull out the swords.
I just need to roll a couple quick things. Okay. Don't worry about those rolls.
Okay, guys, you guys stay in this room. Meepa and I are gonna go in front. And if it's safe to keep going, we'll let you know.
Alright.
Are you sure you want to take me with you?
Let me just check the hall first, and I'll let you know. Meep, can you go in front, please?
Yes, yes. Need brave.
Let's do it, you and I.
Remember, you can always say that he's your captive.
Good idea.
Do you speak Goblin?
I do not. I'll just pretend like I'm mute.
So you round the corner and you can clearly see where there is a practice range for bows. No one seems to be practicing right this moment. To the north, you can see that a third of this room is cut off by another half wall, and there is another semi-permanent camp there. Looks like you can see 3 goblins sitting around the fire, although one of them is clearly passed out on his back, snoring.
I'll go back to the group and describe what I've seen.
All those words I just said.
Should we try to sneak past them? Or just kill them?
There seems to be 2 extra doors where the encampment is, so there's the danger that there might be more behind those doors.
Yeah.
There is 1 door to the west, so we can try open that one and see if it's empty or not.
Well, if you do that, I'll stare around the corner. Out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, if you're going to the western door, I'm gonna need a stealth check. Selbus just vanishes in front of you.
check and see if there are any traps on the door.
Okay, that would be an investigation. And Meep will assist you. You don't see any obvious traps.
Meep, do you see any traps?
No, Meep don't see any traps.
Okay, Meep, let's try and open the door slowly.
I mean, the fact that you both got over 20, like, you open the door, you don't make any noise.
Okay, Meep, let's go inside very quietly.
Yeah, you two enter, and it immediately becomes apparent to you that this is a stockade that the goblins keep their prisoners in. Upon entering, you see 3 kobolds loosely tied to an iron spike in the floor. There are several crumbling skeletons on the wall, and there is a very small cage in the northwest corner of the room with a couple legs poking out of it.
Can I tell what's inside?
It looks like a gnome.
Oh my god! Do I see any goblins in the room?
No.
I slowly go back to the group and tell them it's safe to go in the west room.
Okay, to make the crossing again, you're gonna have to give me another stealth check.
I'm just gonna shake my head
Oh, wow.
and say, and just like whisper, I'll stay here. Make sure that they don't come around.
So Selbus just appears next to you too.
The west room is secure. It's a goblin stockade, and there's no goblins in the area, so it's safe to go there.
Okay, let's go there then. And Thormin wanted to stay here.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make Selbus roll another stealth, but Jasper will have to.
I mean, is there any other doors leading out from that room?
No.
I'll let you guys handle that. Just I'll wait here. Make sure that those goblins don't cause you trouble.
We'll be back soon.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So when you get into the room, Meep is talking with the other kobolds there in Draconic. I'm not sure either of you speak it, but
Nope.
Meep seems to be speaking kind of confidently, and the 3 kobolds are just like looking down and like shaking their head no.
Meep, tell them we're friends, and I'm wearing a disguise, so they should not fear me. We have another friend around the corner, so he can lead them out of this place if they want to.
So Meep relays that information. He's like, they're scared to run. They're like, if they know that if the goblins catch them escaping, that they'll just kill them. But if they wait here, they might get ransomed back.
Well,
Hold on, give me a second. So, Meat tries his best to persuade them about how soon Calcrix will be saved and they're perfectly safe to go back, but like they've known Meat for several years as someone who just kind of like gets kicked around and spit on.
Jasper, do you have persuasion?
Yes, I can be very persuasive, but I don't think I can do much right now because I don't understand a word they're saying.
That's right. We need Thorman.
Yep.
While you guys are having this discussion, a voice comes from the cage in the corner. He's like, "Yes, friends. Hello, hello, friends."
Oh, yes. There's a friend person.
Hello?
Hi. I know this is kind of a bother, but could you possibly get me out of this cage?
We could try. Who
I
are
tried
you?
to.
My name is Erky Timbers. I am an alkalite of Timora. I came here roughly a month ago seeking my fortune, and unfortunately, I did not.
How honest does he seem?
Insight, he seems pretty honest. Um, he has a holy symbol of Timora hanging around his neck. He is clearly in a cage, wearing rags. He is not fortunate.
Well,
I tried to pick the lock.
That will be a thieves' tool.
Yep, I have a thief's tool. I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, you fiddle with the lock for a little bit, and you just can't seem to get it to unstick. It seems like it might have been rusted.
Can you try, Jasper? Maybe you have better luck.
well, I don't know how to use those things you're using, but I could just try to pry it open with my crowbar. Or I could just chant next to you and hopefully you do better next time.
Yeah, we could try that.
I will do a short cheerleading routine.
You can do bits, Albus. You're the best. Okay. Oh
Yay!
yeah, that seemed to be what you needed. Was a little pep.
Thank you,
And,
Jasper.
And now you don't even actually need my inspiration.
the lock slips open, and the door opens, but the gnome, he's kind of like wedged in there, so it takes him 2 or 3 minutes to get out. And standing before you is a shabby-looking gnome man with a red beard. He looks kind of like that, but without the bars.
Kind of like, what? What? What?
Greetings, friends.
Oh,
I don't suppose you're here to rescue me specifically.
well, sorry to disappoint you, but no, we didn't know you would be here.
We're on another mission, but we're willing to help anyone that's trapped here.
Yes, you're definitely welcome to join us.
A noble goal. Yes, I would like to see these vile grainskins see their comeuppance.
By any chance, do you speak Draconian?
I do indeed speak Draconic.
Do
Let
you
me
think you
pull-
can?
Yes?
Let me pull up his sheet.
Do you think you can help us rescue those kobolds that are trapped down there? They're so terrified they don't want to leave this place.
I
Yeah.
could give it a go.
Just try to tell them that we'll keep them safe and get them to the kobold controlled area.
I'm gonna do this with advantage because Meep's helping him.
And I'm gonna go to the door and see how Thormin is doing.
Yeah, so it, like, you can see he's very egalitarian about how he carries himself, and eventually it dawns on them that, yes, there is a way to get out of here that isn't full of goblins, but they'll just have to run really fast. And after talking with him, he doesn't even have to untie the kobolds. Like, their bindings were so loose that they just kind of slip them off their own hands.
As Jasper looks out, I'm standing as close to this edge as I feel I'm comfortable with, and I wave at her.
You see 3 kobolds behind her, as well as a gnome and Meep. But Meep is pointing at you, and he's like counting down with his finger. And they all just sprint out of the room at breakneck speed towards where you are.
I look at them.
Did the goblins seem to
Yeah,
notice them?
as soon as they started running, there were 2 goblin voices that were like, "What?" And then the goblin equivalent of a German officer shouting, "Alarm!"
But at that point, I'm going to dash around the corner.
Yeah. And Meep is going to tell them how to get out of here and warn them about the caltrops, and they will make their way back to the colony.
Hopefully. They might trip and die.
Wait, Thorman, maybe if I show up first and then I said I'm the one, I can't speak Goblin, but maybe I can pretend like I'm the one making the noise so they don't have to worry.
Erky crawls up next to you, and he's like, "I speak Goblin."
Okay.
Yeah, I kept myself low the entire way, but I didn't bother with trying to be stealthy.
Yeah,
Just
so
so-
they clearly are alarmed at Thorman, but they see Salbus and they think that she's a goblin, so they're very confused right now. And the 2 that are awake are like, "What's that? Why? Who let the kobolds out? After them!" And Erky relays this all to you.
Erkis, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna pretend like I'm speaking, but you speak for me and tell them that nothing's wrong, that it's okay. We're just moving the kobold somewhere else.
Nothing's wrong. Everything is fine here. And that will be a persuasion with advantage.
Would it be deception?
I mean deception with advantage.
Damn it.
Oh, they're like, oh, well, what are those? Are those people with Bellic?
Yes.
Yes, must be with Bellic. Yes, yes. Good work, good work. Carry on.
Well, I have a question.
They go
now.
back to drinking.
I guess we're fine for now, but if we getting past them might be easy. Do we want to leave them alive?
Well, I have an idea.
I shake my
Turkey.
head.
Erky, there's another goblin that we killed on the other room. If you disguise yourself like I did, maybe both of us can go past them and check the other doors to see if there's more goblins behind them.
Yes, that's a good idea. Erky starts
Jasper-
crawling back towards where you guys came from. Or where he assumes you came from, since, you know, he was locked in a cage.
Jasper, you might have to go with him to, use your disguise kit.
Well, you guys don't have to stealth anymore because they think you all belong here now.
I'll run them. Yeah. I'm running after.
They're like, tell Bog and Mog that we need more booze.
I
Let's help this person get this.
Wait, why did you pull me?
Because you were too close.
Well, this is a much more convincing goblin. I'm not going to say it out loud.
The world's first
But,
bearded goblin.
I'm thinking about him. It's because he's not as cute as Elvis.
Oh, clearly.
oh,
That's why he's easier to disguise as
He's ruggedly handsome.
goblin. Not anymore, he is.
forget the poop.
Oh, yeah, he's
Um,
kind of making a gagging sound.
I'm
Oh,
just
this is
going to
not
ask,
what I imagined.
those two doors, what, are they like stone or wooden doors?
Wood.
Do they
Sorry
at
that I
least-
used the same door for every door.
Do they look at least a little bit sturdy?
The one to the north looks like it's less used than the one to the west.
But they're not like rickety or something.
No, I mean, it doesn't look like they're about to fall off the hinges, but like the polish is definitely more on sheen.
I'm
to the
I'm
north door.
asking if I'm asking if I think they might block sound,
Oh.
like a decent door.
Maybe a little sound. You don't know.
Well, I'm just going to like casually climb over as they're doing their thing.
Probably takes a while to get.
Yeah, they're exchanging guttural remarks and occasionally farting at each other.
Oh, good. That will make it better. I pull out my little flask and pretend I'm taking a drink of something alcoholic.
Yeah, the goblin cheers you with his own bottle.
And when he does, I fire breath them.
This is brutal.
Okay, well, one automatically fails because he's unconscious. 2 fail, 1 succeeds. So if you could roll me that damage.
And as I see that he's not dead before he has time to do anything, I move up.
He is screaming, on fire.
Oh yeah, before he even has like time to register that he's on fire, I pull up my sword and gonna slash him.
Okay. You have 1 bisected goblin.
There. Problem solved.
However, all the bedrolls are now on fire. You might want to stand back.
Are we getting back yet? Me and my fake goblin and Meep. Oh god.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Thorman went crazy.
Meep just whistles like an impressed whistle.
I can see that he went. Oh. Well,
What? Now we don't have to worry about free goblins.
It was
bananas on
great that he
fire.
cheers you.
Meep, could you check the doors for any traps, please?
I burp loudly.
Little tiny fireball comes out. But it like evaporates before it can hit anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
It wasn't a proper exhale, which I can do 3 more times. Or two more times. I love the potion of fire breathing. It's awesome.
First door, he's like, nope, no traps here. Second door, he's like, nope, no traps here either.
Do you know where these doors lead?
Well, if we continue following this route, it should lead to the Grand Cathedral. Although I'm not sure what the goblins call it these days.
Is that where you think we should go?
I mean, I'm not sure where else the goblins would have taken the dragon.
That sounds reasonable. Thormin,
Yes?
do you want to open the door?
Oh, sure. I move around.
Just in
Is
case
this the one?
gigantic rat comes out.
Is this the door that has been more frequently used or less frequently used?
Less frequently used.
I'm going to double check it.
Okay, perception. There are no visible or obvious traps to this door.
I'm gonna give it a push.
Let me go in first, just in case there's a goblin right behind it.
A reasonable idea. Also, maybe take the other gnome with you.
Yeah, Erky, come with me, and if you hear anything, can translate for us.
Yeah, he agrees.
Do you guys think the smoke is gonna attract more attention?
You think it would, but the smoke seems to be lifting through the structure, and you're not sure how.
Interesting.
The door
Very
opens up, you and Erky step through, and there's nobody in here.
Coast is clear, guys. Me, could you check the doors again, please?
I'm amused by the fact that you keep asking me to do this.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't failed us yet.
Yeah.
For all we know, he's really good at this.
I can hold him by the legs and he can say meep whenever he detects a trap.
Oh wait, I've been rolling the wrong thing. Nope, no traps here.
Oh god. Oh god.
As he walks to the door to the west, a trap door opens up underneath him, and he immediately falls inside of it.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. I think we should run to him.
Meep, are you okay?
Meep, okay, just hit tailbone. Literal tailbone. Could throw Meep rope.
Do we have rope?
I assume that if anybody has an adventuring pack or a dungeoneering pack, then yes.
I have an explorer's pack, which I believe has 50
That
feet
also-
of silken rope.
Yes. You toss him down the most luxurious of rope experiences. He ties himself off. I think he's expecting you to pull him up.
It's probably not that difficult.
There is a 2-foot wide catwalk that traverses the center of this pit, so you could safely walk over the catwalk and go through the door if you so chose.
I have to like hand over hand him because, or like do the cord twisting maneuver because I only have one hand to use currently.
Yeah.
Since I still have the cannon strapped on.
I mean, theoretically, you could just tie yourself off and walk in the other direction.
Yeah, I'd rather use the coil technique because then when he's up, I can just do it a few more times. and
Okay.
put,
So
the
when
coil rope back.
Meep finally crests the ledge, he's like, "Okay, this door is trapped."
Thank you so much for triggering that trap for us.
We're gonna use you.
Are you okay?
Meep has an owie on his tail.
Well,
He just looks bruised.
So it was more of a comic relief trap.
Well, if there wasn't anyone there to pull him back out, it would have been wait until the goblins come find him trap.
Yeah. Well,
Which
I'm
way-
gonna. Sorry.
Which way do you think we should go?
I'm guessing through the trap door.
I mean, the fact that it's trapped probably means it leads to more goblin.
Not necessarily.
Well, let Erky and I go first.
By my guest,
I'm gonna
be my guest, be my guest, put our service to the test.
hide here. Well, hide. Not be immediately visible.
I'm just dutifully gonna wait for Meep to actually untie himself so I can put my rope back.
Oh no, here also.
Otherwise, I might use him as a living flail.
Yeah, Meep gives you back the rope, but not before, like, caressing it against his chin.
Oi, stop it.
That's so bizarre.
So this door opens up into what you would assume is a trophy room. There are mounted animal heads on the walls, various things scattered about the room. However, the room seems to be in complete disarray. Tables are turned over, things are knocked off their place setting. In the far corner, there's a table turned on its side.
Anything in there?
There are no goblins. There seems to be some gold in here.
Give me a perception check, Selbus.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. By the way, you do know that we can see your description boxes, right?
Yeah, I know. Those are for you.
Yeah. Right. Just double checking.
I like how you wait till the end of the session to bring that up.
There hasn't really been anything like super revealing in them so far. But the ice and the broken chain sounded quite obvious.
Yes. I also should have mentioned that. There is a chain with a spike in the center of the room. It is broken. There is sheens of ice along the wall. And as Selbus is distracted by the gold, she doesn't see the dragon wormling lower behind her.
Uh-oh.
Meep shouts out with joy, Calcrix! And Calcrix immediately looks back at Meep. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh no. I thought this was a friendly dragon. Well, not really. Oh my goodness. The gnome is deadly.
But I don't want to kill the dragon.
Well, you can hold an action and see what it does.
Or you can always hide in the gold. Because that's totally a logical thing to do. Does Meep wanna turn this time?
Oh yeah, Meep and Urki.
Urki.
Urky. Sounds like some of the aliens from what's it called? Bloody game. Startopia. Urky.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's a really old game, so I don't blame you. I just remembered because I played it to death. It's really fun. It's like a management game, but you manage a space station with really weird alien races, and a few really interesting mechanics.
I think I remember that. It was like you controlled cities on the space station.
Yeah, you're in control of a city on a derelict space station that you're trying to you unlock sections for it over time, and you have like 3 layers. One is like the industrial area, one is the enjoyment area, and another one is the
Enjoyment
greenhouse area.
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
Okay, Selbus, you're looking at this gold, and suddenly there's a very cold breath on your neck and a hissing sound.
Dragon! Meep, can you grab him? Can you call him down? Oh, I'm just gonna jump around in really fast in circles, and to give Meep time to grab him and to Thurman use his rope and tie him up.
Okay. Thorman. Holding action until an aggressive act.
I'm just going to. What is Calcris doing at the moment? What's his like?
He's
Thumbs.
hissing, and currently he's like spreading his wings to make himself look bigger.
Right. So, but you're in combat. You can't move around.
Sorry, I'm just jumping around.
I know. Jump around in place.
That's not a thing.
I'm just going to step up and say, basically say sit in Draconic in a rough voice.
Intimidation.
Sure. Oh, that's a shit roll.
I forget what would be the counter to intimidation.
I mean, there isn't really one. You just set a DC depending on the situation.
In that case, no.
I figured.
It hisses at you. Jasper.
I'm going to inspire Meep by saying, "Okay, do your job now. You can do it. Calm me down." Meep is inspired.
Okay. Meep is gonna slowly walk to the dragon. Calcrix, we're here to save you, in Draconic. To which Calcrix replies, I will not be your slave any longer.
Yeah. Something tells me we have a meepsicle.
Oh no.
We do. Because Meep is immediately frozen. Completely solid. And in fact, he...
Did he even use his inspiration?
No.
Because
That's
even
enough
if he's-
damage to kill him outright. So what happens is he gets flash frozen, and then because of the way he was standing was kind of off balance, he falls over and just shatters into 1,000 pieces.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm returning this dragon.
It's now Urki's turn. Urki's like, holy shit!
I touched this table.
He will cast Sacred Flame on the dragon. Of course, everything's on GM rolls.
I'm sad. Meep is dead.
Oh yeah, I just realized that the dragon rolled on GM, but he basically rolled 22 on a crit. And then Meep didn't
What?
save.
You
When the
can't crit AoEs.
well, he crit damage on the AoE.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Meep didn't make his save, and then all that stuff happened.
Poor Meep. It was a brave. Eh.
Yeah, Urki fires out a blast of Sacred Flame at Calcrix. And Calcrix does not get out of the way in time. He takes the full 8 points of damage. Zelbus, it's your turn.
How can you kill Meep? Well, he can't understand me. But Thorman, do you think you can talk to him and convince him to maybe help us escape or do something else? I'm gonna hide behind his crate.
Actually, Foreman won't even respond to that because, yeah. Foreman may not be a proper paladin, but he still keeps to his vows. And his ally just got killed, so he has to follow his vows.
Oh no. How about the promise he made to return the dragon?
Okay, Thorman, it's your turn.
Yep. Foreman steps up here, and he's going to pull his sword and swing.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Alright. And then he's going to do a one of his breaths. You see 13 dex save. At least he's unfold now.
Fails the
Ooh.
save.
And I think he might die.
14 fire damage.
Nope, not dead yet. That's great.
Wrong button. He's bloodied.
No shit, Sherlock.
I will drop a boulder on you so fast.
Just imagine what would have happened if I would have hit with my sword.
Jasper.
I'm gonna take a step here, and from behind this safety barrier, I'm going to viciously mock the dragon. And I'm gonna say... I'm gonna just call him a stupid ice cream machine.
Luckily, he speaks common.
That's good. Hey, stupid ice cream machine. Oh my god, he's not that stupid.
Ice cream is delicious.
And as that happens, I'm just going to inspire Selbus by screaming, "Shoot him in the back! Shoot him in the back!" And hiding behind this turned down table.
Well, Calcrix really didn't like someone using a breath weapon on him.
Uh-oh.
So he's he's gonna bite out at you for 6 piercing plus 1 cold.
Oh, he does hit. So I'm down to that. Damn you, second level characters having no health.
Erky's gonna...
Hide
Just-
with me, Erky. Actually, don't use my light bulb. You're very good with the sacred flame damage. Not so good. with
Calcrix
sacred-
is having trouble standing. Selbus.
Thorman, he's almost dead. Should we try to reason with him?
I don't think that's possible. Yeah, it's a sock puppet. Because Jasper is not coming out of the up from the table.
Guess we don't have a choice then. I'll shoot him with my short bow.
That hits, and it is enough to knock him out. Combat has ended.
Is it over? I say and peek up from, out behind the table.
Should be noted, Calcrix isn't dead. He's just unconscious right now.
Yeah, Oh, I'm so conflicted. My vows tell him that he should die, but we did agree, and I should honor my. I should honor the
It's what Meep would have
agreement I
wanted.
made. Yeah.
What did you
So
try to-
I'm going to try and stabilize him with just medicine.
Okay,
No.
just give me a medicine check. 10 or above. Unfortunately, you're not currently able to stabilize him.
Are you trying to save him?
Trying to keep him knocked out.
Okay.
That's why I'm not healing him.
Can I do a medicine check?
Anybody that wants to can do a medicine check.
I know everything about dragon anatomy.
Yes,
I can.
Jasper went to Dragon Medical School.
She's a dragonarian.
Yeah. She quickly identifies one wound that seems to be gushing blood and puts pressure on it. Stops it from bleeding.
Yeah, like there's only one wound. Why are you trying to patch up the burns? You-
Why are you tying a tourniquet around its head?
I think it's more that I'm working one-handed, so I can't really get the bandage proper.
I think someone should put a rope around his face so he can't, turn anyone else into an meepsicle.
Yes. I'll hog tie him. And tie his snout.
You now have one dragon wormling. Pretty sure it's pretty heavy, since it's about the size of a large man.
So, what was this about gold?
I'm too sad about me to think about gold. Oh wait, shiny!
Easily distracted by shiny objects.
There's
Yeah,
rubies and emerald.
you go back to the nest that Calcrix had been making for itself, and you find basically everything that was of value is in this one pile in the room. It makes it kind of easy. There is a dragon-shaped jade figurine, a crystal goblet, 24 pieces of fine silverware, and there is a particularly ancient-looking scroll case with dwarvish ruins on it. It looks quite heavily damaged by water.
Dwarven ruins?
Runes.
I know I'm not better, but it's still funny when you do it.
What the heck?
What?
Nothing.
I've been taunting the DM so much, I'm just gonna continue. I'm getting a stone dropped on me at any point.
So yeah, in addition to those items, you find 78 silver pieces, 23 gold pieces, and 230 copper pieces.
Well, here's your ammunition.
Oh, if you find more serpentine powder as well, then that will be nice. Because all I have is in this cake.
Well, I don't think we have any here. And I'm pretty sure I missed one thing. What was between crystal goblet and scroll case?
I think it was that dragon-shaped goblet, right?
A dragon-shaped figurine made of jade.
That was the first one.
Approximate value 20 gold.
Then there was the crystal goblet.
Yes, approximate value 5 gold. And then 24 pieces of fine silverware.
Oh, right, that one.
You would guess they're about 1 gold each worth of silver.
Should we just take all of this then?
Can you carry it?
Barely. I guess. The silverware might be a problem. And the copper. And the massive amount of silver.
And as you guys discuss the treasure over the hamburger-fied body of Meep, the scene draws to a fade and the session ends.
Oh, Meep.
Poor soul.
Meep.
The fact that he's completely shattered was deliberate, right? So
Yeah.
we couldn't resurrect
Well,
him.
no, it wasn't deliberate. It's just like it went over his. I mean, you can still resurrect him if you want to carry around a little chunk of meat with you.
Oh, no, I meant like just
Ew.
using a point of lay on hands or whatever.
Yeah, no, he was just flat out killed because it was over double his hit points.
Yeah. Well, you have to go double your hit points in negatives.
I know.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1 over. There was literally 1 HP difference.
Aww.
Tragic.
He would have been such a hero too.
Mm-hmm.
For sake of reference, how long has it been since I took my potion? Because I still have 1 breath left, but it only lasts up until an hour.
It's probably been about 15 minutes.
Alright, I'll write up in my Wednesday notes that I have 45 minutes left. Just so I can remember.
Okay, and everybody say bye to the stream.
Bye to the stream.
Bye-bye, thank you for coming.